Good morning, everyone. This is Bhumi Shayur. A warm welcome to Day 5 of STEM Management Week 2025, organized by IEEE Student Branch and WIE Affinity Group of Atlas Skill Tech University. It's our privilege to welcome today's distinguished speaker, Dr. Kumud Saxena, joining us from NIET Noida, India. Before we begin the session, I would like to take a moment to speak about Atlas Skill Tech University. Atlas is India's new age urban multidisciplinary university built on the foundation of innovation, global collaboration, and future focused education. With strong pillars of spanning technology, management, design, and creative sciences, Atlas equips students to address global challenges through international benchmark academic experiences. We would also like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to Chancellor Dr. Indu Shahani, Vice Chancellor Dr. Rajan Velukar, Pro Vice Chancellor Ms. Hina Thakkar, and co founder and executive president Mr. Siddharth Shahani for their vision and continuous support, which makes initiatives like STEM Week possible. A sincere appreciation goes to Dr. Shashikant Patil, Advisor IEEE Maharashtra Section and IEEE Region 10, Dr. Sarika Chauhan, Branch Counselor IEEE Student Branch, Dr. Saman Madan, Faculty Advisor WIE Affinity Group. Their mentorship, guidance, commitment have played a crucial role in empowering women in engineering initiatives at Atlas. We also acknowledge and appreciate the efforts of our Execom members, Ruhi Singh, WIE Chair, me, Bhumi Shah, WIE Vice Chair, Shruti Shinde, WIE Secretary, and Dhruvi Jain, Treasurer. Their coordination and hard work have been vital to make today's session a success. As we celebrate International SEM Day, observed globally on 8th November, we extend its spirit of scientific curiosity, innovation, and interdisciplinary exploration across the entire week. STEM Week serves as a reminder of the power of creativity, problem solving, and engineering excellence, and aims to encourage students to confidently explore emerging technologies. With this, let us proceed to the highlight of today's program. I now invite Ruhi to introduce our esteemed speaker, Dr. Kumud Saxena.
It is my honor to introduce our distinguished speaker for Day 5 of STEM Management Week 2025, Professor Kumud Saxena, Dean of the School of Computer Science and Engineering and Information Technology at NIET, Greater Noida. Professor Saxena is a renowned academic leader, edtech innovator, and research mentor with over 20 years of experience in teaching, research, and academic administration. She currently oversees a vibrant academic ecosystem of more than 2,500 students and 80 plus faculty members, guiding the School of CSE and IIT with vision and excellence. She holds a doctorate in artificial intelligence, machine learning, and 6G from Aarhus University, Denmark, and a PhD in computer science from Dr. B.R. Ambedkar University, which is in Agra. Her scholarly contributions include 50 plus research papers published in SCI, Scopus, and reviewed journals. 4 book chapters and 18 patents filed, including one granted. She has also led prestigious government sponsored research projects, including collaborations with IIT Roorkee. Professor Saxena has played a transformative role at NIT by establishing departments such as artificial intelligence, IoT, and cloud computing as cle- as well as creating centers of excellence in blockchain and metaverse. Her leadership has significantly contributed to NBA and NAAC accreditations, curriculum design as a BOS convener for NIT and other universities, and international academic collaborations through AICTE approved twinning program and global MOUs. Her expertise spans a wide range of emerging technologies, including AI and ML, AR, VR, IoT, HPC, wireless communications, and next generation systems. She is also a recognized HPC master, trainer by AICTE, and has delivered numerous workshops, FDPs, and keynote talk across the country. In addition, she has served a reviewer technical committee member and a session chair of several reputed national and international conferences. For her exceptional work, Professor Saxena has received multiple accolades, including Star Performer Awards 2020 and 2023, a special recognition award for industry academia collaboration with 2022, and the Best Research Paper Award at ICCIN 2020. She is also an active member of professional bodies such as IEEE, CSI, and S4DS. With strong industry academia vision, she has led impactful collaborations with AWS, Capgemini, Google Cloud Program, NTT Data, Wipro, LTI Mindtree, and DLT Labs, ensuring that students graduate with cutting edge skills aligned with global technology standards. Professor Kumar Saxena continue to inspire as an educator, technologist, and leader deeply committed to innovation, excellence, and shaping the next generation of technology professionals. Today, she will be speaking on the exciting topic, which is AR and VR, transforming human interaction with intelligent environments. Ma'am, we are truly honored to have you with us. The session is all yours. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ruhi, for giving such an elaborative profile about me. Thank you so much. Thanks, Suman ma'am, for inviting me. And thanks, Bhumi and Ruhi, for introducing and starting the event. So, without wasting much of the time, I would like to switch on the topic. So, can I start sharing my PPT? So, topic that I have taken today is AR and VR, how it is transforming or how it is the way the human is interacting with intelligent environments. As we all are seeing nowadays, the buzzing word is AI. Everyone is saying if you are an assistant with AI, you'll be moving ahead. If not, then you'll not be lying anywhere in this world, or we can't say you'll be able to survive in this world because AI is going to eat up everything, whichever, whatever ways we are working is. In support of that, there is another technology which is running parallelly, and it is also on hype. That is your AR and VR. That is augmented reality and virtual reality. So, how it is working is AR VR is basically based on three magical words that is giving wings to our imagination. It means whatever AI is giving you the thoughts, AI is implementing your thoughts, and how it is coming live or how you can make it work the way it is. That is your three magical words. First one is your virtual reality. Virtual reality says that how you are going to exist in this environment or how the new environment can be created around you, where you can think you have entered into a new world. Second one is augmented reality, which again gives us the wing to make things come into existence. Both the ways, both are the reality, but one is virtual being created, augmented is making something come to real life. So that is the difference between these two that we'll be discussing in my session today. And third one is a mixture of everything, that is your mixed reality. So these three words have basically captured the whole world. And today we are using so many AR, VR things, but we are still not aware that actually we have moved on to the second and third levels of using these technologies. So let's first talk about the virtual reality. Virtual reality is where an environment is created where you feel like you have actually moved into some environment which is simulated, which is created, and you are existing into that environment. That is known as your virtual reality or simulated environment that we have created. Second thing that virtual reality says is we are developing 3D models. As you can see in the picture also, that is how wearing a device, actually you are not going into an environment. Wearing a device, a scene is created that you feel like that I have immersed into that environment. You are into that surrounding and you are actually into that belonging. So our environment is created all around you. Second is 3D models. 3D models is actual models are created. They are in front of you. So you think like that I'm in the real environment. It doesn't seem like that you are not real world. You are in real world because they can move 360 degrees. Whatever actual world experience you are having, you'll be having the same experience in your virtual environment. You can move your hand, your head, you can look upwards, you can look downwards. So it gives you a 360 walkthrough wherever environment is created around you. The next thing that gives us the you can explore within the environment. That means once you move into an environment, like if we compare this thing in the previous years, I don't know, your generation is not aware about that 2D and 3D concept. You have all seen 5D models ahead, so you are not aware about that. But we have seen when we used to play games, video games also, we used to see a screen where we used to see only the one dimensional characters or the two dimensional characters. That was the limit of our video games. But nowadays, a kid of 5 years is also playing on PS, where he's having a virtual environment and he thinks like I'm a part of it, and he's creating that environment. So that is what we get, that imagination where I move into an environment and it feels like I'm to a real world. It is completely a new world created around me. So that is what virtual reality is. So virtual reality, basically, if we connect it to actual world, it is giving me the way that I can generate an environment that is exactly similar to the real world experience. So I immerse myself into that environment and I can create the same experience. I can have the same sound effect. I can have the same lighting effect. Like if you're seeing, I'm sitting here, I'm getting some light from my left side. If you'll move into this virtual world also, you will see the same effect. I want to create the same effect, that this sunlight should come in from this side, or if I want a night effect, the same environment can be created, and you feel like it is a new real world where I'm sitting in. So these type of applications have taken on a very wider role, and this is included, the best part, the implementation that has been done of VR is in the entertainment sector, where you come to know, like we talk about that AI generated movies are there. Now, this AI generated movies, how we are able to connect those or how we are able to generate those movies, it is because of this VR concept only, where I am using this virtual environment, creating this 3D models. AI is simply implementing that what task is to be done, what implementation is to be done, how this movement is going to done. That your AI is going. So that's why we say AR VR isn't going hand in hand with your AI technology, AR VR. So that's why whenever we talk about environments, when we talk about imagination with AI, when we talk about prompt engineering, there is somehow, if I am developing a model, that means I am relying on AR VR to develop my model. Similarly, if we talk, we'll be having some examples later on regarding medical fields and all that. So there also your AR VR is assisting AI to develop a real world scenarios, the real world environment where we can easily implement things on real object using this VR concept. So this is how this all is communicating. You must have seen a movie. Exactly, I don't remember. That was Shahid Kapoor and Kriti Senon movie. Teri Baaton Mein Ulja Jiya. You can connect with that. That was a robot being developed. In the starting, it is shown the meetings are conducted in the boardrooms and the virtual images are created and they are having live conversation. This is all where VR is helping to develop that 3D models, like avatars are created, and these avatars and the clones are going to substitute me where I'm not able to be present. But they'll be actual me present there. From here, I can project myself and talk to people. So this is how communication, education, entertainment, everyone is going to take benefit of this VR application. Even I can create the illusion. That means if I'm sitting in this environment, I want to change this environment. Change this environment means I don't want this light to come in from this side. I don't want the background to be same. So this all I can create in my virtual world. And that virtual world can be easily shown to people, that how I have created a unique experience which is beyond your imagination. That means you are, that's why I said in the starting, these three words are giving wings to my imagination. That how I want to see this world. This is given, this power is given to me. Like if I draw a picture and I want to create that environment, I'll draw my picture, draw my imagination, then take use of AI to assist me to develop that model into a real structure. And that I can use anywhere to develop my imagination. So this is how virtual reality gives me a way to interact with the environment which is intelligent enough. Which is why it is intelligent enough? Because it is telling me what all flaws are there in my environment. I can remove those things, I can remove those errors and get a better picture in front of me, the actual real world that I want for myself. So I don't think that time is far when we say there has to be another world, like we used to talk about euphoria and all that. So that is all we are going to create using this AR VR model. So if we talk about virtual reality, we say that how it was invented and how it moved on. So the early concept that started was in 19th century, people started drawing paintings. Paintings were like they were giving the 360-degree effect. If you move, if you see, so you used to see how things are moving on. It used to get, if you can see in this picture also, that the picture in itself gives a 3D effect, that how the objects are there, how far it is, how near it is. So it was invented early in 90s. Then they started inventing about the sensorama. Sensorama was where a person moves in, put himself inside it, and then he feels the world around, the virtual things he can see. But it was very specific because it was a box. So I was limited to that only because multiple sensors were there. They said that sensor were creating an environment, and I was putting in my head inside that. I was sensing it because my hands and face was immersed into that environment. So I can sense that, feel that, but nothing more than that because my area was limited into that box only. Then come the display that was in 1965 when this first immersive display came into existence. Immersive means till now we were limited to that box. When in Ivan Sutherland invented this new concept, we were wearing those glasses, that device machine, and I started imagining whatever was being shown onto it. I started getting myself immersed into that environment because my hands were free, my body was free, my head was only stuck into a machine, but I was able to move and feel that surrounding. So this gives the first introduction about the immersive environment, that what is immersive environment. And then in this is what 1968, the first VR machine was invented, that was mounted, that is Oculus and Vivo that we are using nowadays. This was similar to that, where you wear that, experience the actual virtual reality and understand how it is moving ahead. Then comes the today's devices. Multiple companies have come into Pico or whether Vivo. Everyone is into it where they are developing their devices. Now the holograms and everything is developed where you can immerse yourself completely and think that you are in a new world of virtual reality. This was all about virtual reality. Next is augmented reality, the reality that you all are already playing with. Augmented reality, you all are playing with Google Lens. You all are having your devices being projected somewhere. So you all have started using augmented reality without understanding what it was. Our generation was where we had to study what does it mean. But nowadays, the kids, the younger generation, Gen Z, they don't have to study all this thing because they are already using all this thing. So this is how the things have come into existence. You can think about it and you can feel about it. Like you must have seen, there are multiple devices. If we talk of, if we go on to Flipkart and Amazon, what they are doing, they are giving you a real world environment. That means if I want to buy a television, what I'm going to do? You just select the television, place your mobile on that location where I want to place that television. They'll project that, they'll show you that television onto your into your room, and you can identify that how will it look, how it will give me an experience that you can feel by doing using all this thing. So this is all augmented reality, which is giving me interactive experience. Interactive experience means I can think how the things will be reflected, how it will be shown onto my screen. This all I can see. Even I can enhance the version of the objects. Enhance means if I want to change something, add on something. So So this AR is giving me the way to make the changes into the real world experience also. So this is how you can see in the pictures, a girl is playing with the mobile. She has taken a globe. She has checked the globe by clicking on that, clicking on a particular location. You can see what is there. She's looking at the picture of the Jesus. So that means if I want to explore something, I need not have to go to the real world. By this virtual and augmented reality, I can explore the whole world by sitting on one place itself. So this is how augmented reality is working on. So it is using the real world environment to create my interactive experience. It is giving me an enhanced version of the objects that I want to see. I can zoom in, zoom out, and see the content. I'm using basically AR is using digital elements to display something, and the technology behind it is obviously there to display my thing. So basically, we say that digital information, when I integrate digital information with the user's environment, that means virtual reality is where I am moving into an environment created by the user, while augmented reality is where I am creating digital information as well as my environment. I'm combining them together to make a real life or real life experience to be created. So this is basically it enhances the user's perception by understanding that what reality is and what all he wants to add on into the real environment. That is your augmented reality. While virtual reality is completely changing the user's environment into a new concept where you can see the whole world, new world around you. So that is the difference between augmented reality and the virtual reality. So basically, augmented realities are based on three levels. That is marker based, markerless AR, and project based AR. So when you scan a code or when you scan some object or some sensor and you get some object created, that is known as your marker based. Marker based means there is already some sensor, some marks, or some scanner codes which I access, and based on that access, visual markers, I'll get that object generated or I create the environment that I require. So that is known as marker based AR. When I say markerless is when you scan your camera in your surrounding and you find something based on the location, based on some tagging, based on that, you see things coming up, popping up. That is known as markerless AR. This you can see a live example when you work on some images. It gives you identity on LinkedIn's, on Facebook's, the images that are already tagged by someone. You get that tag onto your screen if you move your screen onto that pictures or that. So that is how markerless is working, where it is giving me the based on the already marked things are not there, but it is tagged by someone or tagged by someone. That content can be displayed onto my screen. That is known as markerless AR. And the last one is project based. Project based is you must be aware about where you like virtual keyboards. There are new tablets and laptops which have created virtual keyboards. Virtual keyboards mean your screen is a very small screen. You place it on screen. You use the projector of that. You'll have a projector, your keyboard generated, and virtually you can type and it will keep on shifting onto your screens. Even multiple architect structures are there. There are designers who are working onto it, that if you want to see the layout of your room, of your houses, they create a projection of that and show it to you that actually it is going to look in this way. So these are all projection based AR, which is used to create the real life experience onto your table or onto your any surface where you want to see the content. So that is projection based AR. Video I want to see. So the applications that we talk about, if the topic we have taken is AR, VR, how it is human is interacting with this intelligent transformation, or how human are interacting with this intelligent environments. So first thing where augmented reality has taken is medical, second is entertainment, third manufacturing, defense, education. So if we talk about the medical applications, you'll see there on medical operation tables. Prior to that, doctors used to come with the reports of the patient. There was a screen where multiple data details were being displayed, that he had this problem, he had that problem. Based on that, the doctors used to take the decision that how it is going to work out or how it will work. But nowadays, the scenario has changed. Now, what they do is by AR, VR, medical applications, they wear a device where they see the live demo of what is happening inside the body. They create a virtual environment, augmented environment, put on that object in front of them, and they can have a live discussion that if we make a cut here, what is going to affect the other part? Or if you want to move this part, then what should be the process? How complicated it is. So on the live table, they are able to interact with each other. They are able to connect with each other and take the live, instead of making direct cut and doing the experiment. They are able to make those experiments by studying that thing or imagining that thing in on a live table with the real augmented objects, which they can cut, they can experiment and find out what is going to be the result of that. So in pre-operative imaging studies, medical applications, AR is being used for examining internal anatomy of patient. If a patient is going for some surgery, if it is going for some analysis, so this can be analyzed by using the augmented reality, where his body parts, where his structure, where his flow can be studied by getting the image generated from that. AR can superimpose. Superimpose means, suppose if I have created a, like you must have seen doctors planning if I want to do some transplant. So what should be the position, where it should be placed, how it should be connected. This all can be imposed by AR, and they can see the outcome of what is going to happen after the surgery. So this all is being maintained and is supported by augmented reality in your medical applications. Then, when we talk about the manufacturing, there is something, a revolutionary change has occurred where real time working environment is completely represented by AR. If a person moves into a company, so prior to that, he was used to go undergo 6 months training to understand every machine, the process of every machine, how it is working, how the person is going to move out. Everything was being done by that. But now, when a person enters, there are multiple handbooks. By going through those handbooks, a person can understand what is the working of my machines or how this whole factory is working. You will see a live demo that put in a picture, that is a handbook of a manufacturing organization, that how they make their class or their people understand how the organization is working. So I'm playing the video. Just tell me if it is here. He has played prior to that. Now the real pictures have come out of that book. He's turning and he's seeing that how the things are going. Some interactive. See, the machines are working. So he understand how the manufacturing is going in that organization. How the circle is going to move, how to work on that. See the whole factory working, he's seeing how many drones are there, how the planes are working. So this was a manufacturing unit booklet. So it is a simple booklet. What a person has to do, only a booklet is there. You are sitting with your mobile, you access that, and everything is shown onto your screen. That how the things are working in that organization. So this is how the scenario is changing and how the people are working on the manufacturing concept using the augmented reality. Now comes the most fascinating part, that is entertainment. We all are aware there are multiple movies which are showing us that how the is it's working, how the world is working, how the entertainment sector is working. So this all is being said. So I think everyone is aware about Jarvis. Yes or no? Can I hear yes or no? Everyone is
Yes.
aware about Jarvis. It is one of the favorite movies of Avengers that everyone wants to see. So what it does, it is a virtual, everything is in actually suit is existing. It is existing in real world. But how it is being operated? It is being operated by the virtual world. That means whatever projections I have, it is projecting everything onto the screen and I can make the changes. You must have seen when Tony Blair flies, what he does. Iron Man has all the operations being maintained without the screen. In air, he's making all those corrections. This is all how the things are projected. Like we talked about the project based AR. This is project based AR, where his projections are shown into the air. He can select the options and make the changes whatever he wants in his suit. So it is augmented but completely immersive into the real environment. So that is the best example of AR into the entertainment sector. So we can create more interesting stories when I have the right key. I can give wings to my imagination. That means whatever imagination I have, what sort of story plots I have, I can easily create those plots because of the augmented reality. Similarly, the raising excitement. That means nowadays entertainment sector has to raise their bar because they can create anything. They can create a new plot. They can create anything in space. They can create anything in the world. So that means we also have more expectation from them. That what best can come in from the entertainment sectors, which can be beyond my imagination. I can think, and the stories are based on that concept only. So this is how the augmented reality is supporting in entertainment. Then if we talk about education, education has also become very interesting and students are able to explore in real world. Recently, we had a student, like every year, NIT has a very good metaverse lab set up. So every year we train minimum 50 students in internship on AR and VR. So our students come up with very interesting and very, I can say, very mind-blowing ideas where we are implementing AR, VR in the real world. So they invented that a student of seventh standard or eighth standard, when they start learning about chemistry, chemistry was one of my least favorite subject where I was not included because I was not able to understand that molecular structures, how it was bonded, how it was connected, when hydrogen is getting mixed with oxygen. So how what should be the structure developed? So it was very confusing in my mind. But they come up with an idea that why can't we develop this AR model for students understanding chemistry, where they can pick up the compound, the chemicals, put up together, and the molecular structure will be formed. That if it has eight connections, so how the atoms are connected and how it is going to represent my H2O or oxygen, whatever is there. So they have created a very good project based on that. So this is how your education sector can become more interesting. If a student is obviously nowadays we can't think about study because online concept has given us a way that we have to use our mobiles and laptops for study. So if a student is sitting with a book and with a mobile, he scan the book and get everything real objects being created. So obviously he'll be interested to learn those things in a better way, in an interactive way, instead of having all the theoretical concept being taught. So this is education can be explored a lot. And I have a this is a Z-Space laptop that our college also has. This laptop gives us a way to work on the AR very well. You see the example C. If I want to see a structure, I can pick it up from that screen with a pen, stylus. I can use my visit my imagination, and whatever I want to do with that object, I can do with that object. So our college is also having this laptop, which is specifically managed for AR. So you can see a classroom structure where the professor as well as the students all are working on this AR environment. You can see the aspect of art. You can do the anatomy of this art in any way. Breakup, inside.
Hello. Yeah, just give me. Do we do it again? Again?
Sir, I want to do it again.
Okay.
1 second, but I want to again.
Kasi yan, give it to her. Just come back sa dyan.
Okay.
Yan, tama.
So think about this future where everyone is having, we talk about hands on, a lot of hands on coding and all that. If I get hands on in education sector from lower standards, from third and fourth, where I can pick up the pictures, where I can create them, explore them. So it will become very interesting for students, and the pattern, the way we are teaching will completely abrupt, and we'll be having a very good concept of teaching also in a very interesting way. Hope so. I'm not quite theoretical and not boring everyone a lot.
It is such an interesting field, Dr. Komal. Like I was feeling like why I'm not studying AR/VR. Very interesting. Please carry on.
So similarly, as we see medical education, similarly defense is also using the same. They are using it for the training purpose. India is also not lacking behind into it. The drones and all that, what drones are doing, they are extracting the pictures from the remote areas, passing on to the central level. And you must have seen in movies also, like border movies and everywhere, where they develop a structure, a map, where they shows that what is the structure of this land, from where we can attack. So this was being done in a physical mode. Now this is being converted into virtual. Virtual modes, the projection is being done that how that land is like, what all features are there, what all points are there, and defense can easily take a decision based on these virtual environment. So this is how defense is also taking use of it for their training purpose, for their planning purpose, as well as this simulated environment give them a way to understand how they can make the attacks, or what should be the strategy of maintaining my army or my defense in a particular area. So this is how AR is supporting in defense also. So this is a small video just to understand what is the difference between all these three technologies. So the three words we talked about: augmented reality, virtual reality, and the mixed reality. They are coming together and giving us a way to think beyond difference. So the difference between three is very slight difference. Virtual reality is this, where you are wearing a device, holding some other and flexing hands inside your physical space. You can see you're standing somewhere alone here, but in the physical environment, virtual environment, it's somewhere else. Augmented reality, where like he's working on a bike, he's standing there, he's moving on that bike, he's standing there. This area, this video environment is where you see comments coming out, microphones being shown. This is all augmented reality. This is how students are learning. Airplane mode. Nowadays trainings are conducted in AR mode only, where you feel like you are in a plane and you are driving. Now, mixed reality, it is a combination of both the physical and physical environment, and using a virtual environment while creating a device, and I'm able to interact with it. That is my augmented reality. This is how mixed reality has given a shape to my structure, where I can think everything together. See a girl in a room playing with a device, and there you see everyone actual and virtual reality. Point out things and US Air Force was the first one to implement the mixed reality, where they had this training of the pilot in the mixed environment. So it is transforming architecture, engineering, construction, industry. Every field is taking help of this AR and developing a new concept where we'll all be having a new world displayed in front of us. So as we talked about AR, augmented reality, we talked about virtual reality. Virtual is creating an environment, augmented is infusing the digital environment as well as my real environment. I'm coming to a conclusion. Now, what this mixed reality gives. So, a very good example we have in front of us is Avatar movie and your Matrix movie. These both are an example of your mixed reality. What was Avatar? Avatar was the real man was kept in a machine. He was converted into an avatar and sent to a different virtual environment. So that was a mixed reality where his body, his soul was connected there, but actually he was not there. But all the effects that was having into his body was reflected onto his body also. So that was the mixed reality concept. Matrix was also the same. He was entering into a world which was virtual, but as an object, he was into this virtual world. So, this is how mixed reality gives us wing to think beyond our imagination. That's why we can talk about when we see the movies. That is a basic why movies are into my mind, because those are the only connections that you can connect easily. Yes, I have seen that. Yes, I have gone through this. So what they do is they are connecting us with the real world, and they are showing that how we are going from one universe to another universe. We are traveling in time. So this was all shown by AR and VR concepts only. Avengers, again, an example, very good example of your mixed reality, because the superheroes are moving from one timeline to another timeline and traveling from one time to another. So that was also an excellent example of how mixed reality is giving us the way to work. Then comes the another word, that is your XR. We talk about AR, we talk about VR, we talk about MR. And what is this XR? XR says that I'm going to combine all this thing together. Everything will come together, and I'm going to think beyond the concept that how in future, with this all application, with this all concept, how I'm going to take use of this and develop my own opportunities for having innumerable concept into my mind. So that was the concept of metaverse. Metaverse, everyone is aware about, because your metaverse has taken, and that word has come from there only, but they have given the name of the company as Metaverse. Metaverse basically say where I'm connecting virtual environments or virtual universe. Interconnected spaces are there. Interconnected spaces means, like if I say digital spaces I connected, one digital space I connect, second digital space I created, and then I connect them all together to have users interact with one another by these digital objects. So that is what known as metaverses. It was invented by Neil Stephenson in 1992. It was basically idea was taken from a novel, but it was a fully immersive and collected virtual reality where I can move from one environment to another environment. Those were interconnected and can do multiple activities which was not possible earlier, which was not possible by AR, VR doing those activities. So that was possible through metaverse. We say we should not expect a single all illuminating definition of the metaverse, especially not at a time in which the metaverse has only just begun to emerge. I can't predict, I shouldn't say a lot about it, because still it is in its infant stage where it is developing. It is not developed till now. That's why it is named as metaverse. Meta means beyond, verse means universe. So it is beyond universe. We were traveling time, we were traveling between universe. So still we don't know that what metaverse has in hold for us, what all we can do. We are doing meetings, virtual meetings are conducted where an object is created. Last to last year, I think, where our prime minister had a campaigning in Bihar where his 3D model was developed. So this is how things are going to change, where the virtual worlds and real worlds are going to coincide and give us the way to think in a completely different manner. So it is still very early to say that I can define metaverse. Still, I'll not be able to define metaverse until and unless the more experiments are done, more so metaverse, why this WhatsApp and Facebook are termed as metaverse? Because they are giving me a world where I can connect with people, I can socialize, I can interact without having my physical space, without having my limitations. So that's why we say these are all metaverse, creating my universe of my own. So this provides me an immersive environment where I can advertise, brand, make market opportunities. I can have digital locations being shared. I can have new revenues generated. NFTs is something my topic of my interest. A more connected work experience, business operations. We can have improved education and training, enhanced customer experience, work meetings, and things yet to imagine that what all metaverse is going to do. So some of the experts of their fields have some good thoughts about that what metaverse is going to do. A simple explanation what you can, all can see. I think everyone is there in meeting. Yeah, good. Okay, so Mark Zuckerberg said that we'll be able to feel present like we are right there with people no matter how far apart we actually are. Because it is going to cross the boundaries and we are going to interact with the rest of the world. Vitti said, built on blockchain technology, we believe will enable a level of participation and empowerment that will make our mission come to life. So, as I talked earlier, also that multiple technologies are there like AI, AR, VR, blockchain. So, time will come when all these things are going to combine together to give us a good way of thinking that how these technologies are going to support us in the near future. Satya Nadella says the metaverse is there and it's not only transforming how we see the world, but how we participate in it. So that is more important. Instead of having simply sitting at the one corner and going, like today we are having this virtual meeting, I'm sitting here, you all are at Mumbai and hearing me, listening me. Their time will come where I can create a clone of my own, I can project, it will be among you and giving you the presentation. So this is what we as a AR, VR expert expect that in near future we are going to develop this technology that we'll not be having this one-to-one meeting on Zoom and Google. We'll be projecting, my clone will be there, existing there among you all and giving the presentation. So this is how the world is going to come up. Rory said we believe this is only going to accelerate as this 360-degree kind of engagement in the metaverse expands and explodes. And it is obvious that with the coming time, it is going to expand a lot and we will be getting more exploration to be done on this technology. But the question come to our mind is that metaverse is clear. We all are aware about it. But why metaverse? Why we want to move on to metaverse? So metaverse was because we wanted to navigate freely. Navigate freely means we want to experience everything in real life from one location to another. And it is not easy to move over the globe also. So we needed one way to travel to understand all these things. So metaverse was required. Then for connecting better, having better social connections, metaverse was required. To develop or convert all the matters into gamified experience. So to make more interesting, to make it more interactive, we required metaverse. Then the important task was revenue generation. That means we all are investing a lot on AR, VR. It is a costly affair. But are we going to do with it? So for that purpose, metaverse will be used to generate revenues also. And with metaverse, I can do a detailed analytics of all the data that is provided to me. So this all is being done by the metaverse. So there are two type of metaverse that we are focusing on. One is blockchain. Another one is centralized metaverse. Blockchain metaverse is basically known as decentralized. Decentralized means
And
blockchain
how
technology will
access to that many types of
that.
clothing. Like I genuinely feel that there is less.
Sorry, Nihal, if you have something to say, I'm ready to hear. Sorry. So, leverage blockchain technology is that governance is saying that decentralize the concept, let everyone do their trade, get interacted into that concept, and virtually give assets or land to people. And in a blockchain technology, what we are doing, blockchain is basically focused on security. The multiple transactions are being maintained in ledgers and it is focused on security. So we say metaverse, if metaverse take use of blockchain, what will happen? We'll have better security. We'll be able to create the virtual assets and virtual belonging while centralized is, which is operated by one person only, one entity only, and oversees the platform rules, assets, and experience, whatever is there, it is being implemented for everyone. So these are two ways by which I can implement the metaverse. So the metaverse, how in games, everyone is aware about Roblox and what do you call that, Minecraft. Kids are crazy about playing all this thing. This is how they are creating their own objects. They are creating what they want to do, giving wings to their thought process and working onto it. So this is how metaverse will be helping in providing an immersive and engaging experience so that people are more attracted towards this virtual world. So you can create your new markets, you can have your unique marketing campaigns with this metaverse and provide user with content and experience that they enjoy loving because gaming, everything gamified attracts a lot. So there are multiple platforms where people are using this metaverse, spatial, decentralized, sandbox. Must have heard about Roblox is so on kids, every kid's demand. Then Geometric XR, Converse, these are all platforms where people are working. Even AR VR has entered into the brands also. What these brands are doing with AR VR? What is their purpose of doing with the AR VR? What is their motive of having AR VR? Like if we talk about any company that is using this AR, like we talk about Google only, what they have done, they have implemented Google Lens. Why they have implemented Google Lens? So that people can have real life experience from anywhere they are sitting in this world. They can have the understanding that I want to see this object, what this object is all about. You can simply place your lens there, extract the image, and everything is displayed onto your screen. So that curiosity that a kid has, or a adolescent, everyone who is having curiosity, you need not have to wait for someone to give you answers to your curiosity. You can directly go to these devices, access that pictures, and get the outcome what it is doing. Similarly, if we talk about your any brands that we are talking about, Zara, H&M, Burberry, what they are doing, they are giving you live experience. You take up your photos, you upload it, pick up your selection of your dresses that I want to test this, I would want to test that. They give you the access and you can try it onto your body and see how I will look. So you are saving your time by moving on to there and identifying, you are saving yourself. Similarly, there are furniture companies, what they are doing, if I want to buy a chair, if I want to buy a sofa, I can simply access my location, I access my room and select the area where I want to place that sofa. It will show you how that furniture will look into your room. You can see the look and feel of your room by using these devices. So that means the maximum companies has switched on to this area. So they want to use it for saving our time, saving our money, saving it cost less to them also. They'll require less salesperson to sell that article if online people are testing it out. So that is how AR VR is giving us a way to save or help us in economy also. So there are things that Metaverse is doing in education center. Both the ways Metaverse is helping us. First is in student learning because it is giving us interesting ways, interesting modes, as well as a way to understand things in a more clarity. And the answers to my problems are given in a nick of a second only. I need not have to wait for 1 hour or 2 hours to get this solved. Immediately when I see something, I'm engaged into it, I can put up my queries and get the response also. So student learning and engagement has increased with the use of metaverse in education sector. So if we talk about nowadays, the new concept have arrived and multiple universities have moved on to the virtual concept. Virtual concept is actually university is not existing, but we have a digital twin of that university where you can experience that all infra, all structure onto your way. I'll show you a short video. I'll not cover the whole video. You just see it is a virtual environment, virtual university created where a teacher is interacting with the students and showing the whole campus.
Welcome to the Metaversity.
Welcome to Morehouse College in Atlanta, Georgia. I am Dr. Messina Morris.
Dr. Messina Morris is the Metaversity Director and Assistant Professor of Education at Morehouse College.
I actually am the first Metaversity Director to exist around the globe, and Morehouse College is the first Metaversity. We've been moving full steam ahead from 3 classes originally to now over 13 courses a semester.
a biomolecular chemist, Morris first started teaching in the metaverse in 2021 to try and keep students engaged during the pandemic. Metaversities are virtual interactive learning spaces based on real or imagined environments. To make a digital twin campus, modelers and designers use hundreds of images and geographic data to build the same environment in virtual reality. Teachers can customize their classrooms with extra features like 3D models or fantasy locations.
So you can see how the things are going to change, how the metaversities will come into existence. A teacher from a class creating a virtual environment where she's making her lectures very interactive. She can create an object for the students to work on, or she can create a new virtual surrounding only where a student can move in and experience that. As you have seen in the video, a student is moving towards sun. To understand, wearing a space suit, he is experiencing that I'm moving into an environment where I'm experiencing the hotness of the sun, see the space. Similarly, a student is working on art. So this is how metaversities are going to change a concept also, that how the things are going to change and you can feel it in real environment. So this is what metaverse will help us out. So these are all certain small videos we have captured from all over the world, that how the things are changing, and because of AR/VR, how the transformation is occurring. And very soon we'll be seeing these changes in India also, where people are planning for the digital universities, metaverse universities, where you'll experience everything by wearing these glasses only. So this is something you can see a device where a complete exhibition is going to place by having a virtual environment.
Welcome to the BITS WILP Convocation 2023. Now let's set you up for the upcoming one-of-a-kind metaverse experience.
Hello Bitsian, I am Krishna Swami Mohan.
So we have not only taken videos how world is moving, how India is also moving. So we are having these virtual events where a student can check the things, see, and similarly you can see in this one where I'll show you, where this is something everyone shows, when we move on to a game, you can select your avatars, you can select your pictures that I want to represent myself in this way. Similarly, when you'll move into a class, you can choose your avatar. I want to look like this today. I want to work in this way. So you can choose your avatar and move into a meta class.
There was an air of excitement and a bit of nervousness as well as I took my first steps towards entering an education metaverse. I was amazed with what I had just seen for the very first time in my life.
So this is how things will change, and you will be having a greater experience, interactive experience, changing yourself and enjoying your education also. So this is how the things have changed. Similarly, business to customer space is also going to change, where I'll be having gamified experiences. NFT integration will be there in my product. NFT means the interaction. It will be blockchain based. Interaction will be maintained very securely. Products will be launched in a metaverse only. Community engagement also in metaverse. And you will be having an immersive environment. You can move into that environment and experience the real world, whether you are sitting at any place in this world. So this is how metaverse will be supporting there also. So gamified experience, I have multiple videos for you all to see. So I can share it with ma'am. Later on, you can go through and see the videos. Why to have it more. So these are product launch. Product launch can be done in a metaverse way. You can see the video that they have developed. Hyundai is developing a new model. So they'll welcome you like you move to a center, a salesman comes to interact with you. Same process you'll be having in this virtual world also. But the process will be making you immerse in that environment and think that what all I want, I can freely ask them. I need not have to feel shy to put up my queries because it is a virtual world. No one is observing. You are directly interacting with the avatars and the features. So this is how they are demonstrating the model. Everything can be seen, everything can be tested. So this is way products will be launched in near future. There's something Walmart. This is a entertainment area where people, students can enjoy. So events will be also celebrated in the form of metaverse only, where it will be a sort of online gaming ways you can celebrate the events by entering into that venue and having good time. Want to show it all. There are a lot of videos out there. So there are companies which have started developing these AR/VR softwares where you can interact with them as if you are interacting to a person. And nowadays you will see a change also during your placements. The companies who are coming in, they are also having AI-based AR/VR models. A person is sitting in front of you and it feels like that this is a person sitting and taking my interview. Actually, it is AI-based, which is taking use of your metaverse and creating an environment that it feels like you are talking to a person only. So this is the change. Very soon you'll be seeing it. So these are all structures where we have connected multiple things from how the things are going on. NFT is one of my area of interest where metaverse is taking use of NFT to create your cryptocurrencies, which everyone was talking about, the Bitcoin that we were talking about. This is all the concept of metaverse only because NFT is nothing but a new universe created, virtual universe created where I am transacting, where I am having assets, and I'm representing my ownership of unique item or pieces. And my artwork, my videos, my collectibles, everything is displayed there. And I'm showing it, but I can keep it safe also. I can exchange with people by having money transacted before going ahead with it. So I think if anyone is interested, then only I'll go ahead with it because it is something technical which a person should know about blockchain technology. So blockchain technology is basically used to verify ownership and authenticity. Then only you'll be able to enter into that area of duplication. This is where multiple, you can see very small pictures out there. This is a small content where millions of pictures are there, which says there are multiple artwork of people being captured. This NFT gives me ways of selling my articles to other people by using million of dollars. You must have seen there is a new concept in Instagram where people are selling their paintings and all that. Those are all virtual and digital painting. So this is how NFT is supporting them to do all this task, do the transaction on the online platforms. So there is an open sea. When I move into marketplace, there is some limitation. But if I move into the world of metaverse with NFT, there becomes a huge opportunity for me to work at different levels, to understand different levels of working on metaverse. So local currency can be used. There are multiple ways of interacting with it. Bitcoin, cryptos, these are something that we talk about. And many people have made lot of money because of this NFTs and they are millionaires by selling their products, by selling their articles onto this NFT metaverse. So these are all example where people have done that. And it is basically nothing a way of showing what is going in my mind, conceptualizing it, creating into digital asset, then making it available on the NFT blockchain environment, and making people list out that and possess that ownership or take the ownership of my belongings. That is what NFT is doing. So this is how we should say we are moving ahead. So basically, advertising and e-commerce in virtual world is the next generation of advertising and e-commerce because people will be more relying on this environment, making, using them, elaborating them, implementing them. So we are will be having taking care of all this thing. So why this is essential or why we should learn about metaverse, AR, VR? This is the only reason that there is a new set of technologies emerging in the market, which will be going hand in hand and giving us a very elaborated version, or I can say a good version, where we can take use of these opportunities and come up with ideas which is going to help each and everyone very well. So I think I have taken 15 minutes more as we started by 9:45, so I had to end by 10:45.
You can always take 1 hour more, ma'am. It's so interesting.
There were multiple
In fact,
videos,
I
but I
was
think
thinking of giving you one full day workshop also for this. Students are so excited. They are coming and
yeah,
telling you,
sure,
ma'am, we
ma'am.
have to implement this lab in our university also.
Sure, ma'am. Sure, anytime.
Thank you so much.
Hmm. That is great. Matlab, if students are interested, we can do that online. The only thing you will require is Oculus or headset from your end. We can
Absolutely.
elaborate here. We can show them the codes. They can run those codes and can implement. Then running part includes some part where we need a connectivity. Yes, so it can be done on online mode also. Or if I plan to
Definitely.
come to Mumbai, then surely I come to visit them.
I am going to do some kind of arrangements and I'll be talking about this in detail with you.
Sure, ma'am.
Thank
Sure.
you so much. It was such an enlightening experience. In fact, today's session has elevated that overall learning experience for the students also. All the videos and everything, so interesting. I mean, no words. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, honored. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kumud Saxena, for this engaging and enriching session. I think whatever you talked about AR, VR, especially the videos showing how human interaction can be transformed with intelligent environments, I think it was quite remarkable. And it just shows how immersive technologies are, redefining nowadays with the way we live, the way we learn, and the way we connect. Your explanations made advanced concepts much more easier, accessible, and inspiring, and we truly appreciate the depth of insight that you brought in today's session. On behalf of IEEE Student Branch and WIE Affinity Group at Atlas Tech University, we would like to present our virtual appreciation to you, Dr. Saxena, as a token of gratitude for taking the time to share your expertise with us. We would now like to extend our heartfelt thanks to Dr. Suman Madan for our dedicated EXICOM members for ensuring the smooth and successful execution of today's event. Your feedback link has been shared in the chat. Everyone, please just fill it, and that's how your e-certificates will be generated. And don't forget to fill the feedback link. Thank you everyone for who joined us today. And we request all participants to please switch on their camera so we can just take a quick group photo. Before that, can we just have the e-certificate?
Thank you, Dr. Kumud, for everything. And it's an honor for me to present you this certificates. Although I know since our last 6-7 years of association that I know you thoroughly, and I know that knowing you and your experience, I can say that the dedication and the intellectual strength and the impact you always show in your this academic journeys and lectures, this is truly remarkable. And I sincerely, on behalf of all WI's student members as well as the community group, I sincerely thank you for this, and thank you for the valuable time, ma'am, and thank you once again.
Thank you so much, ma'am. You all yourself are an inspiration and honored to be connected with you always. It is honored to be connected with you. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Looking forward for much more collaborations, ma'am.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ma'am, I think your PPT was very insightful, and it would be very great if you could share it with Suman ma'am when she could share it forward with us. And finally, as we wrap this final day of STEM Management Week 2025, I hope that the ideas, learning, and inspiration which was gathered towards the past 5 days continue to push all of us to think broadly, innovatively, fearlessly, and boldly, and shape a future where technology and imagination come together to create real life impact. Thank you so much, guys, for joining, and we look forward for more such initiatives. Thank you.
There are multiple questions I can see. If they have, ma'am, they can connect with me on LinkedIn. I'll be able to help them out.